Hey everybody, Gabe Jenkins back with you here to talk about three tools really quickly. I'm going to talk about the move tool, the copy tool, and the rotate tool. The move and the copy tool you're going to use all the time. So we're going to talk about those first. The rotate one, I'll just show you really quickly what it does, but I don't know. I haven't found it to be as useful. Maybe you'll find a use case for it where it'll be super useful, but for me it hasn't been. But let's talk about the copy and the move tool. You're going to find them again in the Modify suite of tools up here. Here's copy, here's move, and here's rotate. There's going to be an assignment later in the semester where you're going to want to be able to do this exact thing, right? So if you have like a little shape here that we're going to try to move over here, let's just show what, like, first of all, let's just like talk about copying it. Say we got this thing, we want 4 of them, right? So if I just click here, highlight all the things and hit copy, right? It knows that I want to copy this thing. The first thing it asks me is specify the base point, right? That means like of this whole series of things, of this whole shape, where do you want me to like pick it up by? That matters because when you copy, you're going to move over here somewhere and you're going to say, I want to copy it. I want to move that base point wherever I pick it up. I want to move it to here and click there, right? So let's just zoom in on it real quick. Say I have this thing and I want to click it right there in the center. That's where I want to go. That's where I want to move. So I have a couple of choices here. I can either like type in how far left or right or up or down or what the angle is I wanted to copy. So say I wanted to go, I don't know, 2 up and 2 over, 2 tab, or that's 2 up and an angle of 2, right? If I really want to do that, I can do that, right? I don't really want to do that. But let's just say again, I copy it and I copy here. If I just move somewhere over here, I can tell it I can just click on something where I want it to go. So say, I'll zoom out now. If I just click here, it will put a copy of it there. If I move here, it'll put a copy of it there. I don't have to keep on copying, I just keep on pasting and pasting and pasting. All right? As soon as I'm done, if that's the way it looks like I want it to look, awesome. Okay? And I can hit the escape to get out of that whole tool. Now, the reason it matters why you pick it up, sometimes it matters more than others, but I'll show you a case where it matters a lot. There's an assignment later on where you're going to want to paste the center point of this thingy right here, or any of these are all copies of each other. The center point of this is going to have to go exactly on that point right there. And so if you picked it up by, for example, if you picked it up by the top of the circle, it'd be almost impossible to click somewhere over here where it's exactly over that spot by exactly the right amount. So it really does matter where we pick it up. So if I go here and I go to copy, we're going to go to the move tool now, right? So I've made a bunch of copies. What if I just want to move one of them from one spot to another? So I'm going to click move. And again, I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to pick it up right by that thing. So at the center, it's highlighted. I'm going to click on it. You'll notice it's not making a copy anymore, right? I'm just moving this one thing to where it needs to go. And as soon as I center right there, click there, it's now moved there, and it's done. I'm going to get rid of all these because I don't need them anymore, right? So that's the move tool and the copy tool. They are really useful tools because you're going to want to replicate various elements of your drawings in one spot or another, make copies of it, make move it from one place to another. Sometimes you have to draw something off to the side to get the exact dimensions right and then move it into the shape. To make it exactly the way you want it to be, and they're super, super useful tools. I'm just going to show you rotate real quick. Rotate just lets you select a bunch of objects and spin it around whatever rotation point you say you wanted to spin around. So I highlighted the whole thing and say I want it to all spin around. Well, let's just say I want it to spin around that center point right there. Right? I can move my cursor around and I can spin it around that center point there, or I can say I want to rotate it a specific angle of rotation. So maybe I want it to go 40, say I want it to go, I don't know, 45 degrees. Okay. It would rotate 45 degrees. That's exactly what I wanted to do. Okay. If I wanted to go back, rotate it again, pick that center point, boom, and rotate it so that it's 45 degrees the other way. I can do that. So wherever you pick the point of rotation is, that's going to be where everything spins around. So if I did the same thing, but instead picked like this thing, it's all going to rotate around that point and not around the center point of that circle. So it works the way you kind of might think any rotate tool would be. Select the things you want to rotate, select the point that you want it to rotate around, and then you tell it how far you want it to spin around. And that's it for the copy, move, and rotate tools, all of which are going to be handy for you, specifically the move and the copy tools again and again and again in your AutoCAD career. All right. Have a great day, everybody.